All right, welcome everyone to my next video. It's Dave here, and today I'm going to be just talking about the Kundalini awakening process and lifestyles measures that you can take to sort of facilitate and enhance the process. I've had to adjust my lifestyle significantly through my awakening process, and I just want to share some of the tips and bits of wisdom that I learned as I was going along. So number one is going to be supporting your health and vitality. This is right at the top of the list. Anything you can do in your lifestyle to support your health is number one, absolutely. Kundalini energy itself is unlimited, but the access you have to that energy is limited. And so because of that, you are dealing with a bit of a limited resource, and that resource is your health. Your Kundalini energy is a concentrated version of your life force energy. And if your vital energy is being depleted through poor lifestyle, like poor nutrition, eating lots of sugar and junk food and smoking and booze and staying up late, all that kind of stuff is going to dramatically inhibit and maybe even halt the process altogether. So the primary things we're looking at here is nutrition. From a physical perspective is nutrition and breathing. Those are the two main things, if I had to pick anything, that are going to support your vitality. And so your life force preferentially always goes to your organs. They are high up on the pecking order the hierarchy of what it takes to keep you healthy. And if your organ function is going down, your Kundalini process is going to be halted, and your body is going to just go into this contracted state, in a fear state. And so nutrition and breathing help support your vitality and actually bring more vitality into you through vitamins and minerals, of course, but the life force of the food and the life force that you get through breathing in air, those things support your vitality and allow you to have more access and a larger pool or reservoir of energy to work from, so that energy can then be used to move up and to clear and to purify, because that is the higher purpose for this energy for sure. So diet and nutrition are really, really key. In terms of nutrition, I won't go into specifics, but you really have to listen to what your body is telling you. Not everybody's going to eat the same along this process, but your foods do have to be natural and very high quality, organic if possible, and just really, really stay dialed into your body, because it does change and shift throughout the process. My diet was wildly changing at different times as I was going through different issues. And different purification and cleansing reactions. So number one, support your vitality. Absolutely. Anything you can do to help boost that is fantastic and will help your process immensely as a lifestyle. Number two is going to be posture. Posture is so important for this process. This energy is blocked by physical blockages. It's slowed down significantly by physical blockages, and particularly in the spine. And that's why we talk about spinal alignment in Kundalini awakening process so much. If your spine is sort of, if your head is pushing forward, if your shoulders are rounded, if you've got a big sway back, or your big arch in your low back, or a flat back, all these things are really, really significantly going to affect the flow of energy as it tries to move up the energy channels. This energy is physical energy, or as close to physical as physical can be. It is dense and it is very, very intense. It is not gentle or subtle in any way. And if there is physical blockages with respect to your posture, your anatomy, any wear and tear on the joints that cause inflammation, any disruption in your posture really does affect the flow of this energy significantly. So exercise is your best bet here. Yoga, of course, very, very good for your posture, but it doesn't have to be yoga. It can just be general stretching and exercise, having body work done, postural exercises, but also being aware of your posture throughout the day and keeping as tall as possible, and keeping your head up and your chest out and nice and straight so the energy can flow. This is a highly underrated, I would say, point of importance when it comes to your Kundalini awakening process. The more you can make your posture ideal on a moment-to-moment basis, the more that will enhance the flow of your energy for sure. So posture, always, 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 very, very important. Next is going to be learning to regulate the flow of your emotions. This is number 3. Part of the process of Kundalini awakening is a purging process. It's a purification process. We have all these pockets of dense energy within us, some conscious, and most of them are unconscious. And as the energy moves up, it hits these pockets of dense energy and it causes the energy to disperse throughout the body, which we feel as negative emotions. And all of these pockets of dense energy are reflective of conscious or unconscious beliefs that are out of alignment with our true self, our true essence, which is love. And so the process helps purify your inner being, and these emotions come to the surface so they can be noticed and expressed and released. And the term I like to use, the catchphrase I like to use here is let it flow and let it go. Because the thing is, if you come too attached, if you dwell in the negative states of being, that actually only amplifies them. And so you've really, really got to be able to have some level of emotional coping mechanisms to help you through the process. And again, as a lifestyle, this is just generally important for life in general, because stress always happens, life always happens, things come up, and we have to be able to deal and cope with them without dwelling too much on the negative or getting caught up in the anxiety or the depression and letting it get a grip on us, because that just makes the process quite a bit more rough. And so the other side of that, of course, is grasping for pleasure, because Kundalini itself is a very, very pleasurable experience. It takes you to elevated states of bliss, no doubt about it. But if you're not able to let those go when it's time and you want to stay high, that makes you crash all the much harder when it finally does go away anyways, because it will. It's just learning to ride the waves of the process without getting too attached to your emotional state on the process. There's going to be emotional highs, there's going to be emotional lows. That is just the way it works and the way it happens. And the more you can learn to just witness that and express it when you need to, and then move on and not get too attached, and learning to master your emotions. Your emotions are just energy that need to be dispersed from your body and move through your body. Having some tools, breathwork is really good. Movement is fantastic for dispersing emotions, vocal expression, anything, creative expression, anything that you want to use to help process what's going on, to get that energy out of your body, is fantastic. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, you want to go from expression to transmutation. And when you're transmuting your emotions, you actually conserve the energy within your body, but you turn that dark energy or that dense energy into light energy, so to speak. And so this is the next lifestyle practice, is practicing your state of being. And what that means is, practicing higher states of being. And what that means is honesty, integrity, compassion, kindness, self-confidence, believing in yourself, forgiveness, gratitude, and appreciation. All of these things can be practiced and anchored into you. And when you actually practice those as a state of being, as a regular way of being, that becomes your defense against going too far into the darkness of the situation. But not only that, it actually helps transmute that energy. It takes that energy and purifies it and turns it more into love energy than it was previously. I don't know if that's the best way to put it, but it becomes more light energy. And so by practicing and anchoring those qualities into your body and knowing when you are out of alignment with those qualities is what mechanically keeps the energy moving through your body and enhances the flow of progress and will enhance your process. And if you want to take it even further beyond those states of being, then you can practice devotion, you can practice awe, you can practice reverence, inspiration, all of these. Spontaneity is a really, really high state of being as well, because it shows you are in the flow of life. Practice these, make these part of your daily routine, and that will go miles and miles and miles towards helping your energy flow. Okay, the last one, number 5, is just going to be stillness meditation. So important on this process, is that it has helped me immensely. Learning to maintain your state of stillness has a couple benefits from a mechanical perspective in the energy flow. One is you are wasting less energy when you are still. When you are calm, when you are relaxed, you use a lot less of your life force. You burn through it slower than you do as if when you are super anxious or super jacked up or super high, or the opposite, super low, right? Those polarity, those high and low states of being really increase the drain of life force on your body. And so if you can maintain stillness, just being calm, being at peace, being relaxed, not being triggered, being non-reactive, and responding to situations instead of reacting, moment to moment throughout the day, learning to be at peace and be in stillness really gives you an abundance of extra energy that vitality can then be used to enhance your purification process. So there's a mechanical benefit to that for sure. Meditation, so important, keeping the stillness, because part of this is a purification process. And like I said, the emotions can run really high and low, but as part of the refinement process, meditation really helps build the self-awareness of what's going on in your body, so you don't dive and jump into unconscious reactions or unconscious behavior. The meditation and the stillness really help bring awareness to what is going on in your body and what you are feeling and what you're thinking and what unconscious beliefs need to be purged and how you are behaving, so you can move smoother through this process. So stillness, very important. In the end, in the beginning of the Kundalini awakening, the pendulum really sways a lot back and forth to one side or the other, but in the end it does eventually take you closer to a still point. But you can enhance that process, and that's what we want to do. We want to enhance the process through our lifestyle and through our choices and our decisions, what we do on a daily basis. So taking care of your vitality, nutrition, breathing, keeping your life force high, keeping your body healthy, super important. Posture, helping the flow of energy through the energy channels by keeping and maintaining great posture throughout the day. Fantastic. Emotional mastery, learning to master your emotions, not only expressing them and letting them flow, but transmuting them through the practices of honesty and integrity and kindness and compassion and forgiveness, awe, reverence, devotion, all those higher states of being that you can anchor into your body through practice, stillness and meditation. So all of this is going to help you if you adopt them as lifestyle measures, not only on your Kundalini waking process, but just on your life journey in general. So these are all things that I noticed that have helped me immensely along and my process, and hopefully that helps you. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I very much appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon. Much love to all.